India's annual budget is always a highly anticipated event. It's a roadmap for the country's economic direction. The 2025 to 2026 budget presented recently has generated significant buzz. There's a mix of praise and concern. This essay delves into the reactions and analyzes the potential impact on various sectors. The budget outlines the government's spending priorities. It reveals their vision for the nation's growth. From infrastructure development to social welfare, the budget touches the lives of every Indian. Understanding its nuances is crucial. We can then grasp its implications for the future. This year's budget has been particularly noteworthy. It comes at a time when India is navigating a complex global landscape. Economic slowdown and geopolitical uncertainties loom large. The budget's success hinges on its ability to address these challenges. It must also propel India towards sustainable and inclusive growth. The 2025 to 2026 budget has received significant praise for its emphasis on infrastructure development. The government has allocated a massive 1.5 trillion rupees, approximately $20 billion, towards renewable energy projects. This move signals a strong commitment to combating climate change and securing India's energy future. Industry leaders have lauded this decision. They believe it will attract foreign investment and create numerous job opportunities. The focus on renewable energy is also expected to reduce India's dependence on fossil fuels. This aligns with the global push towards a greener and more sustainable future. Another positive takeaway from the budget is the simplification of the tax system. The government aims to ease the tax filing process for individuals and businesses. This includes raising the income tax exemption limit. This move has been welcomed by taxpayers who will now have more disposable income. It is hoped that this will boost consumer spending and stimulate economic growth. While the budget has its share of positives, some aspects have sparked concern among economists and opposition parties. A key point of contention is the fiscal deficit target, which is higher than expected. Critics argue that this could lead to inflation and impact the long-term sustainability of government finances. The government, however, maintains that the increased spending is necessary to stimulate economic growth. They argue that the investments in infrastructure, renewable energy, and social sectors will yield long-term benefits. It remains to be seen how this balancing act between spending and fiscal prudence plays out. Another concern raised by opposition parties is the budget's perceived inadequacy in addressing unemployment. While the government argues that investments in various sectors will create jobs, critics demand more direct interventions. The debate over job creation is crucial in a country with a large and young population. Section 4. A deeper dive: healthcare, education, and social investments. Beyond the headlines of infrastructure and the fiscal deficit, the budget also reveals significant allocations for healthcare and education. Recognizing the importance of human capital, the government has proposed a substantial increase in healthcare spending. This will focus on strengthening primary healthcare in rural areas and making quality healthcare accessible to all. The budget also emphasizes improving the quality of education and promoting skill development. Increased funding for education aims to bridge the gap between theoretical learning and practical skills. This is crucial for equipping India's youth with the tools they need to thrive in a rapidly changing job market. These investments in healthcare and education underscore the government's commitment to long-term, inclusive growth. A healthy and skilled workforce is essential for India to achieve its economic aspirations. While the success of these initiatives depends on effective implementation, the budget's focus on these sectors is a step in the right direction. Section 5. The Balancing Act: Navigating Optimism and Challenges. The 2025 to 2026 budget reflects the government's efforts to balance ambition with pragmatism. It attempts to address immediate challenges while laying the foundation for sustained growth. The emphasis on infrastructure, renewable energy, and tax reforms has been met with optimism. Yet, concerns about the fiscal deficit and unemployment persist. Only time will tell what the ultimate impact of this budget will be. The success of its implementation will largely depend on the government's ability to navigate economic uncertainties, ensure transparency, and foster a conducive environment for businesses to thrive. As India embarks on this new fiscal year, the world watches with anticipation. The nation's ability to capitalize on opportunities and overcome challenges will shape its economic trajectory in the years to come.